Hello, and welcome to YarnZo. I'm making sure I'm recording there. Hello, I am back. So sorry it took so long. I've been busy. Then I hurt my shoulder or my arm right here. Getting in the car and I kind of slipped on some ice and my arm went back, So it was just like, it hurts, just like pulled like a little bit of a muscle, and it's getting better, but it was hurting pretty bad. And been busy with the kids, taking my son to work and dealing with homeschooling. My partner's youngest son, and he's starting to do really well. So doing that, and so trying to get a routine and all that. I've done some crocheting and knitting I got done here. But yeah, it's been a crazy, I guess maybe I've been gone a month, maybe. I guess probably a month. So sorry, I should have did a little quick video why I haven't been podcasting and things, life, it gets so crazy, and before you know it, it's like, I was like, I'm going to podcast next week, and then the day comes I want to podcast, and nope, not in the cards, so, but welcome, and hope you've had all a pretty good month. So glad it's spring. Our snow is melting, which is awesome. We haven't really got any flooding yet. Our where we parked the cars, it's all muddy now though. So instead of snow and ice where you're gonna fall, now you're gonna go sliding on mud. So not all the snow is melted here in Missoula, Montana, where I am. So that's okay. I mean, it's melting, but certain places, the sun doesn't hit as much like at our place in certain spots, so it takes longer to melt. So, but anyway, yeah. So, but welcome to Yarn Zone again. Anybody wants to drink tea, coffee, wine. I'm doing this in the evening. I have my tea here. Let me grab it and lean over here. Excuse me. I got my Earl Grey tea. Earl Grey tea. And it's just from Bigelow. That's all. I like Bigelow tea. Whoops. And I'm going to take a drink here. Excuse me. My mouth's getting dry. I love Bigelow tea because doesn't have caffeine in it. And I really am trying to get away from the caffeine, which is really hard. Really hard. So, but yes. I think that's it for my total debacle of not podcasting. Busy. Okay, let me see here. I got some notes here. Let me grab them. Excuse me a second. So, which I write all my podcasting info in my little butterfly thing that I love. I love butterflies. I always have. So, let's see. Yarn Zone. Episode 3. We are episode 3. Today is March 26th on Tuesday. Man, this month has just been flying by, I'm telling you. March, and there'll be April Fool's Day, which is my cousin's birthday. Believe it or not, he was an April Fool's baby. So, hello, Gary. Everything. So, Ravelry. On Ravelry, I'm KCMOSS number 7. I am gonna actually, if somebody's like went into my little Ravelry page, they're like, there's no projects there. Well, I am so bad at that, and I do apologize. So I'm getting all the stuff together that I've knitted quite a few times, that, for my partner, his socks, my socks, um, and everything. So, which I did finish his socks, and he took them with him. So I didn't get a picture or anything, and I was going to podcast him, and he took them with him, his shorty socks, because I got one done last time, so I actually got the other one done, and he took them with him out on the road. So I'm like, okay. But I do have to fix one of his pairs of socks that he has here. He has a little hole in it because he wears them around the house, but he took the shorty socks this time because he loves them. So, perfect size for what I did. I just kind of said, I'm gonna do 10 stitches for the cuff, this many stitches for till I get to the heel, and it's kind of like what I do for my basic sock for me. I do if I do a basic sock for him, everything is the same all the way till the foot, I mean the heel, and then the foot part, either I do, of course, more stitches for him because he's a way bigger size than me, or I just do, I think, 40 rounds for me. Maybe 40 or 50 rounds for me because I'm like a small 5 or a 4 in kids shoe that I could wear, so I have a really small foot. So, and then the decrease of the toe is the same for all my socks, which is the basic decrease, and then Kitchener stitch. So, I, like I said, I got a pattern, online, free pattern, how to knit socks, and it was like 25 pages. And I printed it all out because they had pictures and stuff, and it was just a basic sock, and it explained, the gusset and how to pick up, stitches for the heel on the side, and, normal and stuff like that. So that's why I went by, and that's how I learned how to make my sock. Plus, I had a knit video, or knit, you can knit volume 1 and you can knit volume 2, and they had patterns in it, and I think the second one was sock, and it showed just on 3D pins how to do the heel like that you find on YouTube. But anyway, I did a lot of different YouTubes and all that stuff, and that's how I learned how to make a sock. I was determined to make a sock, so that's how I learned on that side note there. But so yeah, so I'll show those. I'll try to get him to hand over those socks, and I will show him. Next one, I might do a little video of his socks are done. So yeah. All right, so I guess I can jump right into, says here, works in progress. I'm gonna go ahead and do works in progress first. Yeah, so my work in progress right now is what I got with me right now. I took the progress keeper off, which I don't know why, but I did. But here, let's see here. I'll show this. So look how big this has gotten. So I've been knitting on this like in the car and whenever I want to. Well, I'm finally done and just sitting in the car because then I forget about it because it's in the back seat. And so I pulled it out of the car and I'm like, I'm determined. I'm going to get this done. So I was like about right here on the green, about right there. So this last day and a half, I've knitted to there on and off. So, which is kind of good progress. And so I still got quite a bit of yellow. And everybody's cringing, oh my god, it's gonna get all tangled and you're gonna be mad. And yes, I probably will. But it looks like I have, which I wound it just into a ball. I got orange, red. I think I end with orange, red. I don't think I end in the yellow. I think I end in the red or the blue. I think maybe the blue end in. And then it will just be that. I'm not going to put any tassels or anything like that on there because I really don't like, not really fond of tassels on scarves and or what do you call them? Little fuzzy thing that you put on your hat. Anyway, a bauble or whatever. But I don't like those except on a hat. Maybe on a shawl. A tassel at each end if it's a pretty cool shawl, symmetrical shawl or something like that. But not on scarves for me. I don't really like that. And I'm not very good at doing that. I am horrible at making those. My mom used to make those and be able to make it. And I don't know if you remember, my mom was very, this is kind of a side note, but my mom was very crafty. And, back in the day before plastic hangers came out, you had, of course, the metal hangers. And you can take that hanger and, you take it apart and you can actually make like a circle. And then, the hanger is still on there where you can still hang it up or something. So she would make one of those fuzzy little balls, right? You cut them and pom-poms, sorry, my head. Pom-poms. She'd make Christmas colored pom-poms and then she'd tie it to the hanger, and all the way around and it'd be all fluffy and everything. And then she'd crochet or have maybe a little something or whatever and put it on the pom-pom at the bottom, like you see at the door hangings and stuff. But she would hang it inside, of course, because it'd get ruined outside. And my mom was just so creative. She made, I wish I still had them, but she made ornaments for us kids, and then starched them and stuff. And she made all kinds of stuff. I mean, she's just very talented. My mom was. And I, like I said before, I took the yarn kind of stuff and the knitting. I was able to do that, but the sewing, yeah, I totally stink at that. And I've tried to sew. I still try to sew, but I am horrible. I mean, I took a sewing class in high school, and that didn't go too bad. I mean, that was good and stuff, but I never kept it up like my mom did, and stuff. So I'm just horrible, My sisters and all that are good at it, but I'm not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So anyway, that's what I'm working on here. Hold on a second. I think my partner's son's gonna try to come in and talk. He's cute. Okay, so moving on. Next one is I'm doing a scrappy blanket. I have a lot of scrappy yarn around here. Move this that way. Everywhere, and so like this that I've made my little gift baskets out, and this is like the rest of it, and I don't have any more in this color. So I just added to the scrappy blanket. I've, which here, I'll get out here. I did 300 stitches, which I caked up. I did some caking, so I caked up. I tied them all together, and then I caked them up. And it's all kind of different yarns. It's a little bonbon yarn from Lion Brand, where you can, those little bonbons that you could buy of yarn and make little things or whatever. I was using that to make the memory cozy blanket. And I don't know, I wasn't feeling it anymore, and so I'm taking it apart and tying them together and doing this blanket here on here. And I also have, regular yarn, and this is for me anyway, so I kind of really don't care how it looks and stuff because it's for me. But anyway, here, and like right down here above the green is sock yarn. So I got all different varieties of yarn in here. I'm just using it up. Now I have other sock yarn, this color, put away for, well, I didn't make socks, but I made a cowl. So I have like the extra yarn in case something happens or whatever. So, I do that, and everything. So it's like, goes forever. Ever, but it's all single crochet. And of course it's not even, right? Because of the sock yarn right there, the purple. But that's okay, because I'm just going to do border. And like I said, it's for me. I don't really care. It's not, I'm not all that concerned. If I was doing something for somebody, I would definitely use all the same kind of yarn and everything like that. So, but I'm using it on a 4.5 millimeter hook. So that's what I'm using. Oh, and my needles for, sorry, keep forgetting to say, my needles for the scarf, I'm using Boyle, the old time, and it's in a red case, of interchangeable needles that my sister's husband got for $5 at a yard sale that they never used. I mean, everything in the package still, it was really nice. I was like, oh, thank you. Oh, it's awesome. I'll take them. Which is size 8 needle, and these are just 30 stitches across. So, yeah. So those are what I'm working on right now, which I'll work on here in a minute on this one. So, but yeah. So did that, put that over there. I did finish 3 projects, well, 4, but I can't show you the socks, sorry. But I did finish 4 projects. So this is the second one right here, which I got to weave in my ends, but it's finished. It's a mop cover, which you can get wet and all that stuff, for my Swiffer. I went on line to YouTube. I love YouTube. Free, and it's a free pattern. So I didn't have to pay for it. It's a free pattern. I did single crochet in back loops 16. I think 16 rows. I think it was 16 rows. Yeah. And then you just measure 4 inches and then fold it and then just crochet all the way across 4 inches, crochet all the way across, and then you do the same on the bottom. And I did put it in my Swiffer to make sure it stayed and fit, and it does. So now if I wash this, of course, you know, it's the, it's, no, not the soft yarn. It's the, Premier Home cotton, which of course, you know, this will shrink a little bit, you know, if you wash it in hot and all that, but it's okay, but it's very stretchy. So it'll still fit on the Swiffer. So I'm going to make some of these because I want to wash my walls. And, you know, this is good for your floors, you know, scrubbing. And I think this will be good to wash my walls. Um, and then, you know, I wash them, use them, and then I just throw them in the washer and dryer and use it again. So, you know, it's a win-win. I'm not wasting money. I'm trying to be more, not frugal, but kind of like a greenie in a way where, you know, it, I'm not using so much products on stuff, you know, and everything. You know, I use old towels and old washcloths uh, to clean my bathroom, you know, the tub and shower and all that. I think everybody does, you know, and just throw them in the washer and wash them and use them again, you know. Hey, works. So that's the other one I'm doing. I did. That's the only one I did, but I did get the other Home Mirror Premier, the purple and white kind of one. I got that ready. I got a denim one ready. And I just used a 4, I think we used a 4, 4 millimeter. I didn't write it down, which I should have. And then I got a Christmas one, you know, and then this one here is just all scraps that I used and made dishcloths and coasters and stuff out of. So I'm just gonna make a crazy one. You know, hey, why not make a crazy one, right? So that's what I did, and you know, here's some more scrap yarn that I roll. Some of my rolls aren't all that great. Here's this one. Now this is two um skeins together, a white and a green. I had made some slippers. So I don't know when I'm gonna add this to my scrappy blanket. So some areas might be a little thicker than others or whatever, but that's okay. I don't care. You know, keeps me warm, you know, and everything. So, but yeah. So that's what I kind of caked up and everything. So that kind of helped out. Okay. And then the next one I finished was the Dragonfly Cowl, which I have not blocked yet, but I did finish it, and I absolutely I might have to fix that part. I don't know. I don't know if you can see that. That didn't look good. I don't know what happened there. Luckily, I got some extra yarn and I can fix it. It's not. It's tied and everything, but it looks like. I guess maybe it'll block out because I haven't blocked it anyway, like I said. But anyway, finish my cowl. Let me get that little piece out of the way so it sees better. Yeah. So, like, winter gets cold or something, you can, have your jacket on and have this up here, and it'll keep you warm. So, yeah. Of course, my hair's all messed up now. That's okay. That's okay. And if you could see, the camera's not weird. I did dye my hair, yes. And as my sister would say, I probably dyed it Ronald McDonald's wife's color, because she likes to tease me because I like to dye my hair red, and it drives her crazy. So I guess I am Miss Ronald McDonald today. So whatever. But okay. And I also, which I finally did, I got tired. Actually, I took this shawl apart that I was talking about. The just the crochet shawl with the 5mm hook. I'm just looking at my notes here, but I took it apart because I was just doing the two colors, the green and the orange, and I was like getting to almost. I only had one skein of each, and I was getting down to like it almost being done, and I was like, this isn't going to be big enough that I want. This is still considered too small, even if I probably block it. I'm not going to like it. So I took it all apart, all the way down to. I didn't do the beginning part where I started. Of course, I kept the orange, and so then what I did is I kept the orange. And I went down to the orange all the way down to where I started the first row. And I realized what I did was when I had to chain and then I had to stitch, I skipped that first chain right next to it, and then chained and blah, blah, blah. I realized I shouldn't have done that. That was my mistake, and I did do that. And so I ripped it all back and restarted it and corrected it also as well, which was a good thing. And so then I did the orange, and of course I had to tie some of the green and orange together. From when I took it apart, it only went for so long because I had skipped that one chain. So as you can notice, I was missing, quite a length of, five rows of, one stitch. So, but that's okay. So I did the orange, then the green, then I did the purple, which the purple is a little bit different than the orange, which is okay. And so I just continued to do that and that. And then I did an orange border, single crochet around twice. And and since I washed it, of course, it's come out really good. But the only thing is, is it didn't. I don't know. It didn't really. I don't know if you can see that. The corner there. But then when you put it on from up here, like where you start at or whatever, it's still kind of rounded. So I guess I'm gonna have to try to block it and get it more straight or something. But I like it though. I do like it. It fits me. It's just something if I need something in the house, if I'm a little chilly or something. So, and this is okay, you know, um, which I like. That's what I wanted, something to kind of still have on my arms a little bit while I'm knitting or what have you. So yeah, I love it. So there is that, which I'm getting actually hot because I got the heater on and I got my door shut and stuff, so it's kind of hot. Fix my hair here. So okay, and I want to talk about. I finished my partner's socks, so I'm supposed to be. Like I said, I was gonna do the toe up socks for my son, which I am going to do in this, which I caked them up um, after I did his socks, so I have enough to make him because they're the same size. So I got enough to make them my son shorty socks as well. So, but I haven't started them yet, of course, because I am procrastinating because I read the book and I get it. I get it. It looks easy. I understand it pretty much. I have the needles, so I mean, there's no excuse other than I'm still intimidated by the book. I'll be honest. I'm still intimidated. You know, I want to learn all these new stitches and stuff, but I'm still intimidated. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I got to get moving on those. So I do have to do that. So, but that's okay. So the dragonfly cowl. I don't remember. I should go back and watch my second episode. But the dragonfly cowl. Okay. Put down here that I made in purple, of course. It is a paid for pattern because I am sorry. I think I said I got it out of Ravelry, and I was looking it up in Ravelry, and it wasn't in my library. And actually, I think I bought this at the beads, needles, and things here in Missoula. I believe I bought it there. Yeah, bought it there. Yeah, because I wanted to do an easy cowl, and so I bought it there. But I used the yarn. The first one I made, I used the yarn that I got from uh, oh my gosh, I got some over there, and I'm just looking at it. But they don't do it anymore. The one that did the Harry Potter every year, and they live in Seattle. They're friends, and they do yarn. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad today. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. My apologies. I'm bad. Bad, bad, bad. So, okay, so, and I have not started this yet, which is a pay for pattern that I got at the shop where I got my yarn for it. So it's the Plymouth Yarn Design Studio, the eyelet pattern top, and I'm gonna try to do that. It looks beautiful. You seam it up the sides, so you do in the front, and then you have to do the back, and then I think you do the shoulders afterwards or something like that. But I'm gonna try it because I really want to. If I could do this, then I might try to make a sweater for me or a cardigan. I don't like pullovers really. Just like a sweater that you just put on and stuff I want to make and in that. And I have some yarn over there, or some yarn I got for Christmas, and I'm gonna make it in the boneyard shot again, boneyard boneyard shawl. Sorry. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. I made one. Who did I make one for? I made one. I know that. In a white. Yeah, and I think I was gonna put it in my shop. I made like a cream colored one, and I had bought the video or the class from Crafties, and I got to see Stephen West, and he explained, how to do the MIR and MIL and all that, and so that so explained it better, and so I made it, and I loved it, and I was gonna put it in my shop, so which me and my sister are still working on that. She's doing her part. She's doing the technical stuff, of course, of obviously I don't know how to edit my own videos, and so yeah, pretty bad. Yeah, but it's fun. I think why not see the real person with all the editing, but yeah, then again, I understand they get interrupted, or they keep going on about someone, especially if you have two people together talking. And I get that, but I love all the podcasts, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything like that. I mean, I get it. I'm just saying I'm totally technical difficulty when it comes to something like that. And I don't have anybody here where I'm at that I know of to help me edit or do a whole thing, because I do this on my computer, make a video on my computer, and then I download it to my YouTube thing. So, but yeah. So, that's kind of all I got on those. But I do want to tell you about something, as my partner's mom was, going through stuff and getting rid of some stuff and all that stuff, getting rid of a lot of things. And she found this that she had, the old one, or not too old really, but well, maybe Ben Franklin's. Ben Franklin hadn't been around in a long time. $6.50. Remember, that's a good price. I mean, back then it was kind of expensive, $6.50, but now some of them are like, what? You're like, what? Yeah, but it's got shows you how to do, it shows about the hooks and yarn, and it shows you how to crochet and slip knot and blah blah blah, shows you all that, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I remember I had bought a couple like that, and so shows you that, and then it shows you the abbreviations and understanding stuff and all that. Men's and women's sizes and stuff like that. So, hey, pretty cool. I mean, and then weaving in ends. And then these are the other things that's in the patterns that you can make as well. That, and then those there is what also the patterns to make. So, yeah. So it's pretty cool. Reversible Afghan, baby Afghan, the vest, the coasters, koala bear, um, the scarf, and a dishcloth. And then it has an index. I don't think they have indexes anymore when they do these. So this kind of like is an old-timey one. Um, so yeah. So when was this? Just wondering when. Oh, it's probably not going to tell you when it was printed in USA. But they don't give the 1995. So way back in 1995. Wow, that's cool. So I like that, and so yeah. Uh, so I can also tell you, which I got everything that I wanted to say. So the podcasts that I'm watching, of course, is Curiosity Inc. on YouTube, and that is pretty good. That is about a guy who has an antique store in Canada, and he goes to yard sales and houses that are having estate sales, or people are just selling stuff, and so he goes and sees what they have, and if it's worth anything or whatever, he'll buy it and he'll put it in his shop and stuff like that. So, which is pretty cool. And then he sells it, of course. It's antiques. I mean, like, he does sell stuff from like antiques, the old toy cars way back then that we used to play with, and marbles, and clothes, and I mean all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's just but what's interesting, what caught my eye about it, because I usually wouldn't watch something like that, what caught my eye is he bought a house, 100-year-old house, and it's the Potter's house. It's Mary, and she was a artist who made pots and vases, and just made pottery and other things, and very famous in Canada, but she is known worldwide from her works. She's fairly old. She's in a nursing home, but anyway, she had to give it up or whatever, and so he bought it. Him and his wife, they bought it, and so it just hadn't been touched in years and years, and whenever she left it for whatever reason. No one actually went in there and vandalized it or anything, which was amazing. They could have got a bunch of stuff. I mean, the treasures he came out with on that stuff. I mean, a whole house full of everything. It had dishes in there. It had furniture. It had clothes. I mean, huge amounts of clothes, like way back from the 50s, 60s, 70s. And it had a lot of her hidden treasures of her pottery that she used herself, and everything. So, and then, down the basement, they had hidden stuff. But anyway, he's has been refurbishing it completely to the original state, trying to get it to the original state of way back when and stuff like that. And he's doing a great job. It's looking great. I mean, they've got a lot of work done after 11 kind of episodes. There are many 30-minute or 20-minute episodes of stuff, or maybe one's like 45 minutes, I think, or something like that. But he cuts it short. I mean, it's just a good video. He's good at that, and all the work he's done at that house is really impressive. He's got a bunch of helpers, and he did. Him and his family and friends went in and did the work. The only thing he had to pay for was hauling the junk off that was actually they couldn't salvage, and stuff that they wanted to donate. Other than that, they took care of everything else, which is awesome. But I love that. I like watching that. I subscribe to his channel, and then I watch Who Loki and her mom. I like that. I like Grace's notes. Great Gracie. I watch her when she's on, and then now she has a new one, and I can't think of her and the two other friends. She still does her Grace's notes, but she does a third podcast as a group with two other ladies, and I like that one as well. So I watched that one, and so watch those. I didn't write those down because I totally forgot. My son's partner, should say. Or I should say, I treat him like my son. He's a good kid. That I got kind of distracted, and I actually forgot to write it down. So, but I have like 32 podcasts I kind of watch and stuff. Oh, the Crochet Crowd, I do watch that. Mikey and Diva Dan, I've loved them for a long time. I've kind of watched him for a long time when he has stuff or on Facebook. He does a little Facebook stuff, and I'll sit there and watch him, whatever he's got to say and stuff like that. So one of these days I'm going to get on one of those cruises. So those look like total fun. So what I've been watching on Netflix is The Walking Dead. I started The Walking Dead, years before, and I was watching it religiously, and I got up to about season 5, and then that was when I was in school, so then I had to totally cut a lot of entertainment stuff out because I had to study and stuff like that, so that really went on the back burner, and so I lost quite a few seasons, rest of 5, 6, and 7, and then they're coming out kind of with 8, and so I was like, oh, I'm too far behind. So now I started from the beginning, and I think they have all the way to season 8 on Netflix, because we're at season 9 right now, I believe. So I started watching that again. I'm only on season 2, because I kind of binge watch it a little bit, but not too much, because then I go to Amazon and I watch Grimm and the ABC murders, kind of watching those. And but on Netflix I also watch, which I love, is Stranger Things and Slasher and American Horror Stories, or American Horror. I watched all 7 series or episodes, or series. So hopefully they come out with the 8, because I'd like to see. I like it. It's pretty cool. I like stuff like that. And then I've been watching just some kid movies, some scary movies. I like Stephen King's my favorite, of course, but I like watching stuff about werewolves and Dracula and zombies and stuff like that. I like stuff like that. I watch Z Nation, but I don't think they're bringing that one back, which is kind of a bummer, which is pretty cool. I like Z Nation. And I watched the Umbrella Club or Umbrella. That was good. The first season, except it just came out. That's good. And I watched Sabrina, which is the first season, which I actually liked on Netflix. It was a different twist in a way, but I liked it. I really did. I like it, and so those, and but so that's what I've been watching, kind of on and off, and in between doing stuff and everything. So, yeah, and let's see. That's kind of all I've been watching and doing. Like I said, I take my son to work, or Christy will take him to work for me. My partner's daughter, trying to get my son to get his license. But yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm still, not hurting as bad, so I can crochet. But I think I still like when you're sitting there, do you guys tighten up? Kind of like and knit, and then all of a sudden you're sore and your neck hurts, and I don't know. Sometimes I guess I do that and not realize it, and then I have to take a break. But I don't constantly sit there for major hours, because then my hands will go numb. I'm not able to do that. But anyway, I am going to do my best. I'm going to be writing in here a lot more, and writing in my calendar possibly every 2 weeks, do a video, because I don't think I can knit and get a lot of things done within a week. But I am going to start reading things, and so maybe I'll do pop in and do a reading segment thing or something, so I can show you here. Let me grab this. So this is funny. You're gonna laugh at this. I bought this book. Okay, not gonna show you yet, but I bought this book, and I've only read 4 pages. And I bought this book in you're gonna laugh at this, 2015. So when I got this book in March 26th, today of 2015, I read 4 pages, because I put my receipt as a marker. And then I didn't read anymore. So here is the title. That is me. That is so me. This is terrible. Which is, I don't know if it's backwards. The Procrastinator's Guide to Getting Things Done. I bought this in 2015, read 4 pages, and that was it. I guess I didn't like what it said. I guess I realized I'm a procrastinator, and I'm not going to read it anymore. So that's so sad. So I'm going to try to read this book, which I'll have to start over, of course. So hopefully I don't stop on page 4 again. So that's kind of funny, little side thing, funny. But I've read horror books, the Twilight series, Harry Potter. I never did read the last book of Harry Potter. I read all the way through 6, and then I didn't read 7 for some reason. But I've seen all the movies, and I love them. I like Harry Potter. I like the Twilight. I read the books on Twilight. I like the movies on Twilight. The only thing I didn't like was the host. I loved the book. Now, I loved the book. The book was awesome. I loved reading it. But then when I watched the movie, I didn't really like it. I mean, I don't know. They didn't really explain a whole lot. They just started into, of course, she fell, and then all of a sudden, whatever, her running away or something. I mean, it didn't. I don't know. It just didn't. It just seemed weird. So, um, but yeah. So, I mean, it was a decent movie, I'll say, but I don't think they really stuck too much to the book. They didn't really get into it. They probably could have made it, I don't know, kind of like what they did with Harry Potter, or that, could have been explained. They kind of seemed like they kind of rushed through, the main parts. It's like they kind of rushed through, and they didn't really, I don't know, just my opinion. But I really loved the book. So, yeah. And then, so yeah. But, yeah. So, and then I went to the movies, took Jamie, the youngest one, took him to the movies, and we saw Captain Marvel, right? Captain Marvel. And that was really a good movie. Really good. And so, so yeah, so that is going to be really good. That was really good. And there's going to be a second one, of course. You can already know there's going to be a second sequel to that already. So, and I want to see the Avengers, the second movie when it comes out. That's going to be good. I saw the first one on Netflix, and because I hadn't seen it before, the Avengers, that was pretty good. I can't wait for the second one to come out in the movie theater and go watch it. So, yeah. So we like doing that, going to the movies, stuff like that. So, yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and like again, do apologize for it being so late, and on my thing I will do every 2 weeks, and get to crocheting and stuff like that. If you have any questions, comment below. I'll try to answer some questions. Subscribe, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Hit a like. If you don't like it, that's okay too. Not a big deal. But because, there's some YouTubes I don't watch. Not necessarily got to do with knitting, but there's some YouTubes that I don't really care for. But, so I just don't watch them, which is okay. Everyone has a preference. And, and so thank you so much for joining me this evening. And cause now it's like 8:24, so I've been talking for almost an hour. It's pretty close to getting to an hour. And so wow, I had a lot to say. So, okay, well, you have a great evening, everybody. Thanks for watching YarnZo, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.